Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 96, noes 5.
The bill is passed. Mr. Morelli?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing interruption for the purpose of calling the Banks Committee to the Speaker's conference room. Ms. Robinson is in the Speaker's conference room and waits members of the Banks Committee.
Banks Committee, Speaker's conference room, please proceed immediately.
Assembly 8650A, Calendar 487, Ms. Paulin, an act to amend the public health law.
Explanation is requested. Mr. Gottfried will handle.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, in Amy Paulin's absence as chair of the Health Committee, I'll stand in for her. This bill would require hospitals and other community health centers and other health facilities to have their personnel, their healthcare clinical personnel trained in identifying human trafficking victims and in and essentially how to treat them appropriately, refer them for services, etc. And it would have the health department designate entities that would be qualified to do the training. It is similar to the regulations that are now in place dealing with crime victims and domestic violence victims. It is also similar to a bill by Mr. Levine dealing with domestic violence victims that we have passed on this floor several times.
Mr. Corwin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Would Mr. Gottfried yield?
Certainly.
Sponsor yields.
Thank you, Dick. I appreciate your filling in for Amy right now. It's a new bill, so I just want to make sure we understood exactly what it does. Like you said, it requires training to be able to identify victims of human trafficking. And I wasn't sure, are we talking about physiological identification of symptoms, or are we talking about behavioral identification, or both?
The bill doesn't limit how the identifying would be based. From what I know in the field, it would be based on a variety of those factors. Different people who are victims of human trafficking manifest their experience in different ways. There are training programs for police officers and others for how to identify human trafficking victims in the course of their work. So this is not a novel concept.
Sure, I know. As you said, we have other bills that have required that. My impression of those other bills, it was a way of, for example, in the casinos, having law enforcement be able to, or casino personnel to be able to identify human trafficking, but that's meant to identify the actual activity happening and get law enforcement involved. This, I understand, seems to be more about identifying behavioral or physiological concerns when someone comes to a hospital or a medical center. And I guess my only concern is making sure that we are asking that they be treated or trained according to a bona fide program, if you will. Do those programs exist to provide the training?
There are programs in how to identify and work with human trafficking victims. As far as I know, they are primarily aimed at the training of police officers and various kinds of human services workers. I don't know off the top of my head whether there are such programs that are focused on healthcare professionals, but adapting the curriculum would be very simple. The kinds of people, the people you're talking about are the same. The kinds of behavior are certainly very similar in different settings. And identifying clinical signs is something that is well known to people who work with human trafficking victims. So again, developing such a curriculum would be a very simple operation to people who know what they're doing.
Okay, thank you. Just one other quick question. I understand that in 2007, We had established an interagency task force on human trafficking, and I was just wondering if this was one of the recommendations.
I do not know.
Okay. All right, thank you. I appreciate your comments, Mr. Godfrey. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect on the 365th day.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 100, noes 0.
The bill is passed. Mr. Morelli?
Yes, thank you, sir. I'm informed that the Banks Committee has concluded its work, so I'd like to ask members of the Education Committee to move to the Speaker's Conference Room. Members of the Education Committee in the Speaker's Conference Room.
Education Committee, Speaker's Conference Room. Ms. Nolan awaits you. Mr. Morelli?
Yes, sir. If I could now to give members the next three bills I'd like to take up in this order. Calendar number 66 on page 11 by Mr. Levine, followed by calendar 122 on page 14 by Mr. Engelbright, and then finish off this group with calendar number 134 on page 15 by Mr. Lenthal.
Page 11, calendar 66. Clerk will read.
Assembly 1322, Calendar 66, Mr. Levine, an act to amend the civil rights law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 96, noes 0.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 2661, Calendar 122, Mr. Engelbright, an act to amend the general business law and the executive law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect on the 60th day.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 89, noes 0.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 2953A, Calendar 134, Mr. Lenthal, an act to amend the penal law and the social services law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
Clerk will record the vote. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 95, noes 0.
The bill is passed. Mr. Morelli.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, if I might give the last set of bills that we'll take up on the crime victims package in the following order. Calendar number 151 on page 17 by Mr. Titone. We will follow that. Also on page 17, calendar number 157 by Ms. Glick. On page 21, calendar number 195 by Ms. Simotis. Then we will go to calendar number 399 on page 38 by Ms. Walker, and we will conclude this package with Rules Report 32 on page 5 by Mr. Hevesy.
Clerk will read.
Assembly 3419, Calendar 151, Mr. Titone, an act to amend the general business law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect immediately.
Clerk will record the vote. Still. Are there any other votes? Announce the results.
Ayes 90, noes 0.
The bill is passed.
Assembly 3694A, Calendar 157, Ms. Glick, an act to amend the executive law.
Read the last section.
This act shall take effect on the 180th day.
Clerk will record the vote.